Well, I've been driving for about 2 hours now, and I am way up in the mountains. I have no idea. Whoa, 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 cut. Cut, sorry guys, sorry for the interruption. I just want to say something before this review continues. Actually, a couple things. First of all, I've been called out as a negative Nancy on my reviews, and it's something that I completely agree with 100%. My two previous installations or episodes of this 2015 Camaro SS review have been overall negative. I kind of sound like I hate the car. I don't want to drive it. It sounds like I'm hating life. And the truth is that I like the Camaro. The Camaro is actually a very good car. And I apologize for all of the negative things I've been saying about it. I've been focusing on the negative. I know that's a bad thing. It's just a personality trait of mine, I guess. Yeah, I'm a negative Nancy, and I apologize for that. But I do want to say, too, that my reviews, I started out doing the reviews. I wanted to be as realistic and honest as possible. I mean, I know that a lot of the YouTubers who are doing car reviews right now, they're kind of locked into saying only good stuff, simply because if they say bad things about cars that they review, they don't get press cars and they don't get freebies from the manufacturers and whatever. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that I don't have any desire to do that. I rent a lot of cars. I drive a lot of different cars, so I'll get plenty of opportunity to drive and review a lot of different cars. So I'm not worried about talking about the good and the bad, but I do admit that, whoa, come on, guy. We're on the freeway here. We are completely stopped. This is not good. There we go. Anyway, yeah, so what was I saying? I need to focus a little bit more on the positive in my reviews. I know that. I'm going to work on that. So as this review continues, you're going to be hearing me talk about how much I hate the car, and it just I don't like it. But the honest truth is, I would love to have that Camaro over this Mustang. This Mustang's a piece of crap. I'm the first to admit it. The Camaro's a lot nicer than a lot of other cars that I've driven recently. I just get, when I get in review mode, I'm just thinking very critical. It's very easy to be a critic. So that's the mode that I get in, and I apologize for that. And it's something that I'm going to work on going forward. So thanks for the patience, guys. Just remember, as you're watching, I do like the Camaro. It's a cool car. It's got its faults. No car is perfect, but it's not as bad as I say it is. So anyway, sorry for the interruption. Back to the review. No idea where I'm at. I looked at a map and I saw a road that went to Mount Baker. Thought, hey, that looks good. And I went up there. And I just got to the end of that road, and now I just turned back, and now I'm going back down. I was hoping I'd actually get up more closer to Mount Baker. It's over here on the right. I don't know if you actually saw that in the camera, but just beautiful up here. Absolutely amazing. And it's very different from Colorado, where I just was. If you watch my Mercedes-Benz E350 review, you'll kind of see the similarities and the differences too. I mean, it's a little bit more rocky here, a little bit more I don't know what you say, kind of like it's really hard to put my finger on it. Just a lot more pine trees, a lot more green, a lot more rough, I should say. But I like it. It's beautiful. And of course, it being Saturday, traffic is pretty thick up here. But I don't mind. It was pretty good coming up here, and it was a good drive. So this Mustang, back to the point here of the whole video. This is a difficult car to be driving in the mountains. It's big, it's soft, it just doesn't have any of that firmness. And I think that C7 Corvette that I drove cross country back in April spoiled me for this kind of thing, because I drove that in the tail of the Dragon. Just really tight, twisty roads, very similar to this. And that car was just awesome. And it sounded mean, it sounded good, it felt good, it felt planted. But this one's a little bit marshmallowy. And, again, I'm not comparing this to a Corvette. I know I shouldn't do that. Very, very different cars. But this one, I get motion sickness easily with this car. Just, it's not planted enough. It's not, I can't even find the words to say it. It just doesn't keep me interested. It doesn't keep me entertained. It's quiet. It's docile. It's like driving a minivan. This thing's got 450 horsepower, 420 horsepower, and it just doesn't seem like it. It doesn't sound like it. I don't even feel it as I'm driving along. And I'm sure there's some cylinder deactivation stuff going on too that really plays that up. But it just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't scream fun to me. And that's kind of the same conclusion that I reached. Okay, are you seeing that? That is Mount Baker. That is unbelievable. I hope that you can see that. Just unreal. Sorry for the little distraction here. I'm gonna have to pull over, I think, at that little chateau and get a picture of that, because that's just crazy. Just beautiful. And I didn't see that coming up because it was always behind me. And yeah. Anyway, so final thoughts on this Camaro. Yeah, I was bummed to get another silver Camaro SS rental car. This is my second one in 2 years, but it was good to get reunited with it. Really had a chance to think about the other one that I drove for 2 years pretty much and compare it with this, and yeah, nothing has changed. This car just doesn't really do much for me. And actually, I had a Dodge Challenger V8 reserved for today, and that didn't come through, and I was hoping I'd get a chance to drive that just to compare it with this. So I can't really, I don't have enough time in a Dodge Challenger yet to make a valid comparison. But right now, between the Mustang and the Camaro, the Mustang is leaps and bounds better than this thing. And I'm really anxious to try the new 2016 version of it. Hopefully I'll get a chance within the next year or so, because this car, it's getting long in the tooth. It's definitely run its course, and now it's time for a change. And thankfully GM has come up with something that looks pretty interesting to me, at least. So who knows? Who knows? I may not like that one either, but the Camaro or the Mustang is tops.
Yards, please turn left onto Washington 542.
It's funny, the navigation system here, there's a hairpin turn coming up, a 180 degree hairpin, and little Miss Nav here is telling me to turn left, when actually it's the same road. I'm turning. Don't worry about me. It was a much better drive coming up here. There was no traffic, but now it looks like everyone's going down. There's cyclists on the road too. I'm a cyclist, and I would not ride this road. There's no shoulder. There's nowhere to go. And with the sun kind of flashing in and out through the trees, it's really hard to see sometimes. So yeah, it's really dangerous. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So I got to wrap this up. The Camaro, it was good to get reunited with it. I like the power. I like the spirit of the car. Maybe if it had a manual transmission, that'd be better. Though it does have these paddle shifters. And, you know, I haven't even used it yet on this drive. I may have to as we go down the mountain here just to keep it in a lower gear. But maybe that would make it more fun. So thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Not really a full review today, but just to get my impressions. I just wanted to get that on video. So hopefully it was interesting. And I might make my way down this mountain, get to the airport, and get back to San Diego. And I will catch you later. Thanks. Bye.